For the first time since our PD symposiums began 27 years ago, I'm not in attendance. When you hear this on November 22nd, I will be far away on a trip planned over a year ago to Turkey. Though thousands of miles apart, you are in my thoughts. The title of my talk is Harvesting Gratitude, my 55-word story. This has been an incredible year. At last year's symposium, I was totally surprised, and it's hard to keep a secret from me, when Dr. Simon announced that my longtime friend and former colleague, Stacy Lee, started an endowment fund with a $200,000 contribution. When fully funded, the endowment fund will enable Wellness Works programs to continue into the future. Since last November, there have been some additional donations. However, significant funding is needed to reach the $1 million goal. Stacy has been a beacon of leadership and inspiration, shaping the program's success. As a person living with Parkinson's for over 18 years, Stacy knows Parkinson's inside and out. I hope you'll consider a gift of any size and join Stacy's efforts to fully fund the endowment. In a follow-up email from our center, you'll receive a link for a donation. Most of our programs are free. The modest fees for our exercise programs don't come close to the actual costs of running them. Our exercise, networking, and educational programs have grown. We know about the importance of exercise for Parkinson's wellness. Exercise isn't a luxury. It has to be central to your self-care. For years, I've referred to these programs as beyond the pill box approaches to Parkinson's well-being. Our core group of fitness programs continue, led by dedicated staff. We were delighted to add the balancing act to our programs this summer. Most programs are taught by instructors on Zoom. However, we have a few in-person classes. Rock On offers indoor rock climbing in Watertown in a supportive environment. And the Pickling Parkies would love to have you join them in Wellesley at the Longfellow Club for pickleball. Putting and driving golf in the spring and fall gets you out on the golf course with no prior experience needed, just a willingness to have fun. Our networking programs are thriving. Calling All Artists brings artists together. You saw their talent today in the video, Take Your Time. We also bring lovers of art together for virtual Museum of Fine Arts tours each month. This year, we were lucky enough to meet in person several times at the museum for small docent-led tours. The most recent Museum of Fine Arts tour was to see the Van Gogh exhibit. It was powerful to stand inches away from the brushstrokes that reflect both Van Gogh's personal turmoil and his genius. Trips to the Museum of Fine Arts, either in person or on Zoom, carry you far away from the daily worries and brings us into the world of colors, textiles, and beauty. Other networking programs include meetings for women with Parkinson's, for adult children who have a parent with Parkinson's, and networking for those with young onset Parkinson's. Our meetings for those in the middle years continues to gain traction. Finding hope in the middle years was the theme of our most recent meeting a few weeks ago. Speaking of hope, we teamed up with colleagues from palliative care earlier this year and offered a discussion called A Dose of Hopeamine 2025. It was really a wonderful discussion and a good way to start the new year. We've expanded meetings for care partners. The value of these groups can't be underestimated. Deep bonds form among participants, helping care partners stay strong throughout the Parkinson's journey. An often quoted adage is, when one is sick, two need care. If you are a care partner and not participating in a group, consider a 2026 resolution to move your needs to the front burner. A recent out-of-the-box idea was an inspiration from this summer. I had the pleasure of taking a course on the music of Taylor Swift. I wanted to understand this iconic rock star in an effort for me to be more part of popular culture and not stuck in the music of the 60s and 70s. Laura Becker is a masterful instructor who brought her passion on the music of Taylor Swift to our center. A few weeks ago, she joined us by Zoom and taught us how aspects of Taylor's challenging personal history contributed to her songwriting. Her lyrics reflect pain and triumph. The underlying themes of resilience and empowerment fit perfectly for our Parkinson's community. Participants engaged in lively discussion about which songs resonated for them. They felt grateful for the chance to engage with Swift's music, describing the program as novel and uplifting. For those who attended, I hope the melodies, stories, and rhythms of Taylor's music stayed with you long after the program ended. Wellness Works offers many programs. They offer an important dimension to our Center of Excellence. I hope you read our monthly newsletter carefully. Thank you, Jackie Forbes, for the hard work it takes each month to pull together the electronic newsletter. So now to the 55-word story. Last year, I shared with you information about a grant. Do our words really matter? This grant was awarded to our center by the Parkinson's Foundation. Grounded in the field of narrative medicine, we enrolled 35 people in the grant. Workshops focused on developing a meaningful personal narrative using just 55 words. How is this possible? The success of the program serves as a compelling testimonial to the efficacy of narrative medicine in enhancing the care and well-being of people with Parkinson's. Following today's symposium, you will receive a link to the video that describes how the grant was created, and you will hear the voices of many of our participants. Their 55-word stories will deeply move you. A true example of when less is more. The 55-word stories are meant to be shared with health providers and loved ones, communicating what matters most to each person about their care, values, and well-being. I challenged myself to write my own 55-word story. It was a daunting task. It felt like a fitting way to conclude this talk and share my deep feelings for our community. Harvesting gratitude. It's the harvest season. There is much to be grateful for. Our Parkinson's community cultivates resilience, goodwill, courage, and caring. We embrace each other during times of celebration and struggle, finding ways to remain hopeful. Our harvest of gratitude is accomplished not with our hands, but with our hearts. Today, my heart is full. Thank you.